Good evening, and thanks for coming to tonight's staff meeting. The main reason why I have asked you all to attend tonight is to explore the topic of difference and dominance. As we get into the staff meeting, I'm going to be playing a slideshow, so just watch and listen as we go along. Our main focus tonight will be to discuss how might education mediate difference and dominance. Towards the end of our meeting, I will be discussing some ideas that you as staff members can implement into your rooms to accommodate and enforce this key question. As a basis for this idea of difference and dominance, I have researched a current issue which we will be analysing and using to connect to our key question. The following slides describe this issue. During April of this year, Melbourne's Sudanese community held an annual beauty pageant. According to recent reports, there has been an outbreak of fighting and dangerous brawls relating to this event. In an article published by the ABC News website, the police say that the violence is not race-based. But according to one of the Sudanese community leaders, he believes that the Sudanese community faces racism in Australia and mentions that the colour is not yet accepted. Australia is a country populated by a very diverse group of people, and each year Australia welcomes more than 120,000 migrants. Sudanese people have been migrating to Australia since 1965 and have come here to feel safe and have a new life away from their country. Most Sudanese people come here under the special humanitarian program after fleeing conflict, drought and famine. So now the question is, why is colour not yet accepted? When connecting this issue to the topic of difference, it bases itself on the colour of Sudanese people and why we class them as different. When looking at the zone of difference explained by John Austin in lecture week 8, it can be seen by this diagram. The gap shown between the two endpoints is called the zone of difference. As educators, we can work towards shortening the zone of difference. The smaller this gap, the more integrated that the axes become. The question why we class them different can be answered by looking at the typical view of what it means to be Australian. One of the most portrayed factors to being an Aussie is to be white. The term whiteness can be defined as a hegemonic racial location and is used to describe all Australians to be white. This collective identity is how Australians join together and feel they belong. Because Sudanese people are different to white, it must mean they are other, and they are then put on the other end of the axis. This is the end of the slideshow presentation, and I would just like to conclude our meeting here tonight and thank you all for coming. I hope I have expanded your knowledge on how we as educators can mediate difference and dominance. Thank you again, and goodbye.